Hello friends, my name is Nikolai Panyukov. I'm a Java developer with more than 4 years of experience in commercial developing. And this is the first video of my course, Multithreading in Java. I regularly conduct interviews of candidates of different levels. And notice that even senior developers have problems answering questions about multithreading. Those questions are often asked in interviews. In this course, we will start with the very basics and cover all the topics you need to know for confidentially working with multithreading and passing interviews. You may need to watch some parts multiple times for a complete understanding. And to begin, I would like to talk about why all Java applications has more than one thread. Nowadays, system performance is growing by increasing the number of processor cores. The asynchronous model of interaction is most relevant in developing, meaning that the system does not block and responds to simultaneous client's requests. All Java applications have more than one thread. At the very least, a separate thread is allocated for garbage collection. When you write your own web server, which interacts with other apps via HTTP or through a message queue, each incoming request is processed in a separate thread. Or, when you connect a database to your application using, for example, Spring Data, you use a connection pool to access the database. And let's take a look at an example. Here we can see a simple Spring MVC controller with a couple of controller methods. Let's take a look at first method, which just returns the name of current thread. Let's call this method a couple of times. At first time we see that it were executed in third thread, and next time it executed in fifth thread, and so on. Those threads are allocated by a servlet container. By default, servlet container in Spring MVC is Tomcat. And if you use webflux, by default it would be netty. Take a look at second method. Usually, in a controller, we call some Spring service. As we know, in Spring components are singletons, like servers, repository or controller. It means that these classes have only one instance for entire project. Let's call this endpoint of controller a couple of times. As we can see, the method do something were called from different threads. Let me show it to you again. It called every time in different thread. Now we know that in software development, dealing with multi-threading is a constant requirement, even if you don't realize it. In the next video, we will try to understand what happens when multiple threads execute the same code, when they interfere with each other, and when we should think about multi-threading and thread safety.